Hey everyone, welcome to the March 1st training ride. Just going to get things set up here and we'll get started here at the top of the hour. Thanks for joining me today. All right. About 5 minutes to go. Will everybody start to join us today? Everybody get set up and we'll get started. So no need to rush, just take your time. We'll get going here in about 5 minutes. Those of you that are on here a bit early, nice to see you. For joining again. A much shorter workout this week than last week, but it's not going to be any easier. It's just going to be different. Get myself warmed up as well too. So we go ahead and get started here right away. Thanks everybody. Looks like there's a few people joining on here right away. If you get a chance, drop some notes in the chat. Let me know where you're coming from. I know we've had a few Calgary people, Saskatchewan, Ontario, and Manitoba. Nice section from the country joining us today. How's the weather where you're at? Sure warmed up here this week. Plus 10 outside now. Almost to the point where we could have done this right outside. But the wind here in Calgary would have been a challenge. That's for sure. Getting close to the bottom of the hour. We'll do a little intro. Take your time. Go ahead and log on. Get on your bike. Start to spin. We'll start our warm up in a little while. Fans on. Starting to get ready. So we got a few people coming on here. Hey, how are you doing today? Thanks for joining me for the first hill repeat. Now, for those of you that joined us last week for an endurance ride, that was a good up to 45 minutes of hard work. Today, we're going to do 45 minutes of work, but trust me, it's not going to be any easier. It's just going to be different. We're going to be doing something called progressive hill repeats. So I'll explain that once we start getting through our warm-up, but this is a great routine to do outside. So I climb a lot of hills, and people say to me, how come you can climb hills so good? It's because I do hill repeats outside. They're boring, yes. They're challenging, and you need to motivate yourself to go out and do them. But there's no bigger motivation than getting up to the top of the hill, way ahead of your riding mates, because this is the best thing that you can possibly do. So let's hop back on the bike. Let's get ready. Let's do some warm up, and let's talk about progressive hill repeats. Okay. All right. Hop up here. And we'll get started here. Get some warming up. There we go. A little bit of warm up. Well, there's a couple of things you can do to get better at climbing hills. Number one, train in the off season. That's what we've been doing. Right from November, right through to March, is making sure you keep up that fitness and the endurance. Training in zone 2 or zone 3 is also a great way to get better at doing hills, to build that endurance and give you the strength to get up those hills. Getting up hills requires two things: endurance and muscle strength. So we've had a couple of routines over this season where we focused on muscle strength, slow, hard routines that build those slow twitch muscles, the hamstrings, the calves, and give you the strength to get up those hills. The next best thing to do to get better at hills is doing hill repeats. So what that is simply finding a hill in your neighborhood. Doesn't have to be long, doesn't have to be steep, but all you simply have to do is go out there and ride it over and over and over again. There's one in my neighborhood, Kenzie Lake. I can do it 10 times in an hour. 10 times up, 10 times down. That's the best way to get better. So find that hill, wait for nice weather, pick an hour, put on your favorite tunes, and do hill repeats. All right, let's start to warm up. Drop a gear, a little harder, starting to warm things up. So what we're going to do today is something called progressive hill repeats. So we're going to start out with fairly easy gear. Our hill takes us 3.5 minutes to get up, 1.5 minutes to get down. Every time, 3.5 minutes up, 1.5 minutes down. So we're going to start out in a fairly easy gear. So we climb that hill the first time. Then we're going to come down. We're going to go to 1 gear harder. We're going to do it again. Then we're going to do 1 gear harder and do it again. Finally, we're going to go 1 gear harder, climb it for the last time before we go back the other direction. So 4 steps down in the gearing, 4 times harder, 3 times back up. That's 7 times. 7 times 5 minutes, 35 minutes. That's what we're doing today. Progressive hill repeats. 3.5 minutes up, 1.5 minutes down. All right. Start to get mentally ready. Drop 1 gear. I want this gear to be a little harder than you want to start at. So I want you to start at about a 7 out of 10 in effort. Then I want you to go 7.5, 8, 8.5, finally 9, and then we're going back up the other way. So I want you to find that's 7 out of 10 in effort, well below FTP. Zone 2. We're going to start our first hill in 20 seconds. 3.5 minutes up, and 1 minute down. Ready? Find your gear. Cadence is yours. 75 to 90. And our first hill starts now. This is nice and easy. 3.5 minutes up. Nice and easy. Good job. So we're at 7, 8 people joining us today. Good. Nice to see all of you. Again, we're doing progressive hill repeats. First hill, easy. 7 out of 10 in effort. A little bit of resistance. Cadence is yours. Nice, easy gear to climb our first hill. 3.5 minutes up, 1.5 minutes down. Yeah, good job. We're just getting warmed up. Nice. Minute up our hill. So let's say you get to sleep in on a Sunday. It's a nice day outside. We have a breakfast and a cup of coffee. Grab our bike. Leave up the chain. Throw on some clothes. Had a good night's rest. This is what the hill feels like the first time up. Easy gear. Lots of energy. Straightforward. Keep going. Because we're having a shorter session this time, there's no break in the middle. Right through. Do as many as you can. Don't forget, 4 times it gets harder. And it starts to get easier back to this level. 2 minutes in. Climbing a hill in Italy, I think. That's what I got on there today. And up we go. Good job. Maybe Kyle's on there. Maybe Holly's on there. Cheryl, I think you were there. Nice to see you if you're on. It'll be a good workout for tonight. All right. Three minutes. 30 more seconds to the top of our first hill. Remember that gear. Next time we go up, we're going to pick 1 gear harder. Nice. Keep going. All right, downhill. Picking easier gear. Going downhill. Pick up the pace a bit. Nice and easy as we coast back down. You can even coast if your trainer will let you do that. But we want to keep going. Now, remember that gear you were at for the first hill climb? We want to go 1 gear harder. Just 1. No reason to work harder than you need to. Don't worry, you'll feel it. All right. Coming up on our second hill, we're just about back down to the bottom. And farther down. "30 more seconds. And we start our second hill. Second hill is still pretty good. 7.5 out of 10 in effort. All right, we're reaching the bottom. Turning around. We're dropping our gear. Remember, 1 gear harder than the last time. And up we go. 3.5 minutes up. Take your time. We got a power meter. Try and increase your wattage by 10 each time we go up. To help you maintain that rhythm, and that speed, that consistency as you climb hills. It's also important when you're climbing to find your rhythm and just hold your pace. So you should know how long your hill is. And find your pace that you can hold so you get to the top. All right. 1 minute up. Hill number 2. $75, $90 RPM, whatever's good for you. 7 people joining us today. That last one. Hopefully they'll be back. Hill number 2. Minute and a half in. Now, what we're trying to do here is simulate effort level by doing simulated hill repeats. When we go outside and we do the same thing, all of a sudden, we've got to fight gravity. We've got to fight wind sometimes. And we've got to fight resistance on the road. That's why you can never truly simulate uphill indoors. You have to go outside and ride. And if there's anything that I want to repeat far too often is, if you want to get better at hills, you need to go out and do hill repeats. Up and down 2 or 3 times to start. Maybe next time you get up to 5. And maybe you get up to 7. Finally, in an hour, you're doing 10 or 12. So when you get on the road, that first hill you climb, you go, I got this. All right, 3 minutes into our second hill. Good job, everybody. All right, coming up to the top of that second hill. Remember that gear. We're going to go one lower than that next time. And we're downhill. Pick up the pace a little bit. Pedal downhill. Now, you found that second hill too easy. And I know there's probably some of you out there. I want you to go 2 years harder. Two more hills to go. Harder, harder. And it starts to get easier. So I'm trusting you to do that with me. All right. Good job, everybody. Good job. All right, 30 more seconds. Hill number 3. I want you to get up to at least an 8 to 8.5 out of 10 for this next hill. Again, 3.5 minutes up. Ready? Coming around the corner. Turn around on the hill. And up we go. Drop 1 or 2. Should be 8.5 out of 10 in effort. Getting close to FTP too. We're pushing into another gear here. Hill number 3. 3.5 minutes up. Definitely probably slow down your cadence. Keep it up if you can. Or rather you do a hard gear, slower cadence, then ease up. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating. These hill climbs, good time to grab a drink, wipe your brow, find that rhythm. A couple years ago, I was doing hill repeats at Ed Burley Park, Calgary. Takes about 10 minutes to get up each time. I was halfway up the hill, listening to my music on my phone. My lovely daughter gave me a call. So while I was climbing up, I was having a great conversation with her, chatting about life, Vancouver, what's happening. Then I'd say, just a minute, turn around, bomb to the bottom of the hill, turn around, start climbing, pick up that conversation again. Chatted with her 2 or 3 times as we climbed up, keep my mind off the hill as we went up. This one should be hard. Yeah, definitely starting to get difficult here. Got about a minute to go. 8 to 8.5 out of 10. Good job, everybody. Stay with me. Stay with me. Come on, Kyle. Stay with me. All right. 3 minutes in. 30 more seconds. Downhill number 3. Remember, last hill up is going to be harder than this one. But I want you to stay seated. Most efficient way to climb is seated. All right, downhill we go. Pick up the pace. Ease your gear. Good job, everybody. 1.5 minutes down. One more hill climb. The hardest gear. Be harder than you've done. 3.5 minutes. We'll start making our way back up. For those of you who are going to join in my next endurance ride, we might do some of this during my last 30 minutes next week. For those diehards that want to do the whole hour and a half. All right, just about at the bottom of the hill. We're looking at it. Coming around the bottom. Turning around. Starting up the hill. Drop the gears. This should be the hardest one. You should be working. FTP or higher. 3.5 minutes. This will be the hardest hill climb today. 3.5 minutes up. Come on. Three and a half minutes. Come on. We're already into 30 seconds. This is nothing. You got this. Great thing about doing this outside, you start on an easy gear, you go down so you can barely get up, and you just turn around and go the other way. Whether that's 3 times, or that's 4 times, maybe it's 5 times. Come on, 8.5, 9 out of 10. We're pushing. We're working, yep. Slow twitch, strength muscles. Minute and a half in. 2 minutes to go. Cheryl, come on. Kyle, come on. Holly, not sure if you're on. Anybody else? It's our hardest hill. 2 minutes in. Minute and a half to go. Keep going. After this, keeps getting easier. We're over halfway done. Today's workout. Hill number 4. Keep going. Come on. Stay with me. You want to stand up a little bit? Make sure you readjust and sit back down. My cadence dropped from 85 to 70. Pushing high watts for another 25 seconds. $15, come on. Stay with me. Get to the top of the hill again for the 4th time. 3, 2, 1. All right. Down we go. Flush those legs out. High cadence. Easy gear. Felt that one. Sure you felt it too. Cadence 100. Wattage down. Effort level down. All right, down the descent. Now, get to the bottom. Going back up again. This time it's 1 gear easier than the last one. It's going to feel so different than it did the first time. It's not going to be easy. So I want you to push 8 to 8.5 out of 10. For our 5th climb. 15 more seconds. Coming down to the bottom of the hill. They're ready. Hill number 5 in 3, 2, 1. Go. Hill number 5. So when you're outside doing this on your own, you want to stop and rest. I suggest you do it at the top of each hill. I find You stop at the bottom, it's not much more of a challenge to get going. So what I like to do, climb to the top, I'll rest a little bit, grab a drink, descend, and at the bottom, turn around right away and go up. A little trick I use to keep me motivated. If I stopped at the bottom, I found it's just too easy to give up. All right, 1 minute in, hill number 5. It's a little bit easier than the last one. Sure doesn't feel like it, but it is. Good job, everybody. Good job. Stay with me. Do as much as you can. You need to back off and do it easier. It's up to you. I can't see you. You can only see me. So just confirming you work as hard as you can. Staying safe. Hill number 5. 2 minutes in. Minute and a half to go. Keep going. 2.5 minutes. Uphill number 5. Keep going. 3 minutes. 30 seconds to go. All right, I'm at the top of the hill again. Get to go down. 3, 2, 1. Down we go. Nice easy gear. Fast cadence. Descent number 5. One more minute. Descent. You can see the bottom of the hill. All right, remember, next hill climb is a little bit easier. We're getting near the end. Two more climbs to go. 30 more seconds. Coming down to the bottom of the hill. Starting to turn around. Nice and easy. Getting ready. Hill number 6. 3, 2, 1. Hill number 6. A little bit easier than last time. But still, we're working. 7.5, 8 out of 10. Wattage is down. Now, when you do this outside, I would suggest starting in an easier gear than you think. I'd rather you do 8 repeats starting easy than 4 repeats starting hard. The more times you climb, the better you're going to get at climbing. So start easy. It may seem too easy at the start. You drop in a gear each time you go up, so you can barely make it up. Then start going the other way. And I guarantee you'll be a better climber. Give you your money back. How's that sound? All right, going up. 6th time up. A little bit easier this time. Wattage is a little less. Resistance is a little less. Gear is a little higher. 1.5 minutes in. Good job, everybody. Stay with me. This one and only one more to go. For a nice 5-minute cool down. We can talk about my beer choice for tonight. It's a special one. So you want to stay tuned to the end. All right, 2.5 minutes in. Yeah, good job, everybody. Keep going. As we climb, yeah. Good job. 3 minutes in, 30 more seconds. Descent and one more climb, and one more descent. Get ready. All right, descent's coming. Cresting the top of the hill, turning around, and down we go. High cadence, easy gear. Oh, I just dropped the chain. You keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I just dropped the chain. Shifting down. We're going to need a bit of maintenance. Keep going. Got about a minute to go. Keep going. Yeah. Minute in descent. High cadence. Come on. Don't cheat out. Because I stop, you don't stop. All right. Good job, everybody. One more hill to climb. Remember how hard it felt at the beginning? So we started to work our way down the chain rings, or sorry, down the gears. Started to make our way up. Back to the easy one. 5 minutes of work to go, and we're done for tonight. If you want to keep riding, you can. This is a pretty good workout, if I must say so myself. All right, last hill, hill number 7, 3, 2, and 1. Again, this is where we started. We made it all the way back. Now, I want to repeat a couple of things before we finish off. Number 1, you want to get better riding hills? get outside and ride hills. Use these progressive hill repeats to build strength and endurance while fighting gravity and road resistance. If you gain a few extra pounds over the winter, COVID-15, you'll feel those too as you start to go uphill. Down here, weight doesn't make a difference. But get out there and do those hills. Number 2, do what you can. Start easy, progressively work harder, then go back up. Don't just hammer it up the same hill 10 times. That'll make you a little bit better. Progressives will make you a whole lot better. Number 3, reward yourself for hill repeats. They're boring. Listen to my favorite music. Grab your favorite podcast. Zone out. Just do it over and over and over again. Pick one night of the week to do it outside. If it's crappy, do it inside. Spring's coming soon. Roads are clearing up. Seen a few road cyclists out already. A little early for me, too much gravel. But we'll be going soon. 2 minutes in. Last hill up. Minute and a half to go. You can stay with me. And don't forget, join me. The next 3 Mondays are endurance rides. If you haven't done one, come for them. Starting to build bigger base, bigger strength, and hopefully be able to get outside in April. Although I love training indoors, training to an audience, I would much rather be outside, as I'm sure some of you would as well. If you're not an outside rider and you want to continue, you can take a look at them on Facebook. All my videos are there. On YouTube, they're all there. You can pick whatever you want to get you through the rest of the season. 30 more seconds. Come on. One more downhill to go. Then we got recovery. We talk about the beer reward. It wouldn't be a ride without beer at the end. Ready? Cresting the hill. Turn around. And down we go. Last 30. Last minute 30. Ride it out. 90, 100 RPM. Do 110. This is all the work you have to do today. Keep it going. Minute and a half here. Good job, everybody. 30 seconds in. Got a minute to go. Stay with me. I'm doing 110. How fast are you going? Got to hold it for the whole minute, though. I can do 140. I can't hold that for a minute. 120. Come on. 40 more seconds. Thirty more seconds. Come on, stay with me. I'm right there with you. 25. Come on. 20. Keep going. Longest downhill we've done. 15. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, everybody. Well done. Take time to recover. Keep spinning. Nice, easy gear. Nice cool down. Oh, that was a hard one. That was only 40 minutes. Nice 5 minutes of cool down. Make sure you do some stretching. Make sure you grab a drink. Let's see how everybody's feeling today. Whoa, just fell down my TV over. So, did you work hard? You deserve a reward. Sophia from Montreal, you are very welcome. Thanks for joining me today. But I wouldn't have a training ride if I didn't have a beer to go with it. So this is a very special one. When I bought it, it had been aged for a year. It's been in my fridge for almost a year and a half. It's based on a 250-year-old recipe. And tonight, as part of my running group, I think Kyle might be joining us, maybe Holly. I'm celebrating beer number 2,500. So I've had 2,500 unique beers in the last 8 years. And tonight we're celebrating number 2,500 by sharing this with a few of my friends. Large bottle, 11+% of alcohol. Definitely could not drink this myself, but definitely wanted to make sure I got a workout in before I did it. So go ahead. You're welcome, B. Salar. Anybody else that joined, throw some notes in there. Hopefully you had a good workout. Don't forget to join me next week. And the next 3 Mondays will be my last endurance rides for the season. Follow me on Facebook. You can find me on YouTube as well. Mondays, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time. That's when we always start. You can go as long as you want. It's divided up into 3 30-minute segments. You can do 30 minutes. You can do 60 minutes. You can come in later, half an hour later, and still do 60 minutes, or you can join me for all 90. And I know there's a few of those diehards out there that go ahead and do it for 90. Dwayne, you're welcome. Hopefully you got a good workout. Everybody, I encourage you to grab yourself a beverage, reward yourself after a workout like this, and I will see you next week on bikesandbrews.ca. Bye, everyone.